Hello and welcome back. My name is Michael Gibson. We're live at RA Plus Mid-Atlantic, booth 414. And we're going to talk about our commercial industrial solutions. As you may or may not know, Fortress Power, we actually have been in the commercial market for many years. Our Evoke product can scale up to 20 units, which is 370 kilowatt hours. So we've been doing commercial installs for a while, but our eSpire product line is our 480 volt microgrid energy management system for the commercial and industrial market. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring on Mike Pelzer. He's our commercial salesperson for the Northeast, and we're going to talk about our commercial offering. So we're going to bring Mike on, give him an opportunity, introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are, and then we can talk about the product and we'll go through it.
Absolutely. Like Michael likes to say, he's Michael. I'm Mike Pelzar. I'm the C&I sales manager for the East Coast at Fortress Power. Happy to be here at Mid-Atlantic RE Plus right here in lovely Philadelphia, and thanks for having me, Michael.
Go Birds! I gotta say it. He's from up north. He don't want to say it, but since he's on camera, he can't talk. He can't talk trash. But go Birds! Well, today was opening day, but let's get back to topic. So where are you located at?
I'm in New England, so I'm outside Connecticut, actually, just outside of New York City.
Okay, so Fortress Power's commercial solution is called the eSpire. Please let everybody know, what is the eSpire product line? Explain to it what sizes, what are the capacities?
So absolutely. So we have two products actually with the eSpire line. We have our eSpire Mini line, which I like to call up to heavy residential to light commercial. That can be that's your up to like 280 kilowatt hour type of product. It's an all-in-one solution that you can have both AC and DC coupled. And then we have our eSpire 280 line, which is our commercial all the way up to light utility scale product, which can be basically coupled up together 15 units to 4.6 megawatt hours. So it really fits that niche right between your, like I said, like your heavy residential, your big residential, all the way up to your light utility scale, which is a need that's kind of been forgotten in the market. So we're trying to fill that need.
So when we know that on our residential products, Fortress Power has been known for its chemistry, its LFP chemistry. What type of chemistry is in the commercial products?
LFP chemistry, Michael. So we all know that LFP chemistry is the best in the business. It far surpasses every other type of chemistry that's out in the market right now. So why not continue the success that we've had with our residential and build that up to scale with our EV quality LFP chemistry that we have in our C&I products?
One of the advantages of LFP, if you're not familiar, lithium ferrophosphate or LiFePO4, is that the thermal stability of that chemistry is very rich and very promising. So that's one of the main benefits. So having that in our commercial product line is definitely a leg up. So let's take one of these brochures and put it up here. So let's talk about this one first. Let's go with the eSpire 280. Let's see if I can get a good angle.
Tough.
It's tough. Let's see. There we go. I'm doing my best Vanna White impersonation. So this is the eSpire 280 product. So explain to people about the eSpire 280. How does it come? What are the pieces? Just kind of elaborate on that so people will know.
So the eSpire 280 is our larger scale C&I product essentially. So it comes in three different pieces essentially. You have your CATL EV battery storage unit, which I believe is in a nicer container, smaller imprint, smaller footprint than your typical shipping container battery system that you would see on the market. Much easier to scale, much easier to build off of. Like, one of our sales engineers like to call them Lego building blocks. So you can build off of these batteries. So you have your battery cabinet, then you have your microgrid controller, which is essentially the brains of the operation. And then you have your inverter. So it's a 125 kilowatt inverter that comes with this system as well. So you have those three pieces. Let's see if I get it. Three pieces, and bundled together, you have your building blocks that you can then expand upon.
So one of the nice things about the eSpire 280 product line and that cabinet. That cabinet comes with a liquid cooled battery processing to cool down the battery. So that extends the life of your battery cabinet. So when you look at our eSpire 280, it's named 280 because that's the capacity of that cabinet. So you have our eSpire 280, you have a 125 kW Delta inverter. So how many of these inverters can we put together in the eSpire 280 line?
It's just 3-to-1. So you have 3 battery cabinets to every 1 inverter, essentially. It depends on the application, but that's essentially what you can do. And then those can be bundled up together, so you have 15-to-5 sort of ratio that way. So you can bundle it up. That's where your larger projects for like a 4.6 megawatt hour scale project, essentially.
So what we're saying is that the Delta inverter can connect up to 3 individual eSpire 280 cabinets. We can parallel up to actually 10 of those inverters together. However, if you get to 10, we recommend going to the 1 megawatt inverter. So we have our inverter, we have our microgrid controller, and then we have our battery cabinet. So what is our microgrid controller? What is the name of that? And tell us a little bit about that.
So we have our Keystone EMS microgrid controller that we have, which is basically a two functioning system. It connects with our Keystone Designer, which is essentially the brains of the operation. We can do financial data and modeling. We can do financial systems with that. We can make sure that we're running the proper tariffs within the system so that you understand what your savings are. We can do peak shaving applications with that. We can do demand response applications with that and other microgrid scenarios. It's essentially the brains of the operation, and that's housed in our microgrid cabinet that you get. Essentially, you really need just one of those, and it'll do the functionality of the entire system. It's the brains of the operation, to sum it up.
So when we talk about a commercial solution, one thing that I want to point out, we give a turnkey product suite when you look at this. So our microgrid controller, it can do black start, you can go off grid. And one thing that I would like to point out, when you go with a microgrid controller, we're talking about something that can handle your distributed energy resources that we call DERs. So like a wind turbine, like a generator. So it can do a lot of different things. So this is not just an islanded system. This is a true microgrid controller system. Our Keystone Designer will help you do the financial modeling so you can get internal rate of returns. You can do that. You can figure out, what is the return on your investment. So there's a lot of powerful things that you can do with the Keystone Designer and the Keystone EMS. So again, that is our microgrid control cabinet that you can use off grid, you can use on grid, you can use as a virtual power plant, you can do dynamic peak shaving, and you can do demand response. So let's go to the other product. So you mentioned it, the eSpire Mini. So what functionality different does the eSpire Mini have with the eSpire, if any?
I think the big one for me, at least when I'm talking to potential installers, is both AC and DC coupling that you can have with the eSpire Mini. So while our eSpire 280 is an AC coupled only system, the eSpire Mini can be AC and DC coupled. So you completely get rid of your need for a PV inverter if that's the type of application that you're working with.
So this is what's really powerful. I know that it's hard to get pictures in here, but we're just going to kind of show you.
Oh, that worked better.
That worked better. I've learned in the last 8 minutes and 51 seconds. So the eSpire Mini, what's nice about this, you won't find too many 60 kW solutions at 480 volt that give you a true microgrid capacity, a true microgrid. So I'm not talking about a mini MINI islanded system. I'm talking a microgrid controller that gives you full functionality that does everything that you want it to do. So you got 30 kW, 60 kW, 90 kW of capacity or demand for that. Then when we come to the batteries, we have our storage size as well. So tell them about the storage capacities.
So basically, we can go up to, your essential what you're looking for like about a 270 kilowatt hour type system with the eSpire Mini. Like I said, AC and DC coupling, and if I can show this one more like that, basically what we're looking to do with the eSpire Mini is we're looking for it to be an all-in-one solution for you, indoor and outdoor rated, smaller footprint, and I think we're and a smaller footprint type of system, all in one is basically the gist of what we're trying to get with the eSpire Mini.
So we're going to move because we are running out of battery power. This is the beautiful thing about live TV and being flexible. So you got to see, behind the scenes, a change happening. So again, with the eSpire Mini, you have, different capacities. So you have 30 kW, 60 kW, and then you have 90 kW. And then on the storage side, you got 81, 122, and 184. So how many of these systems you can parallel together?
2.
You can put 2 of the eSpire Mini systems together. So if you need something in the commercial market, please look us up. We're here to support you, and tell everybody about our commercial team. So we got a team. You're on the East Coast. Where also do we have people for the commercial team?
So we have people on the West Coast right now. We have people in Mexico. We have people down in Puerto Rico in one of our offices. Basically, anywhere you need us to be, we can be. I will work with anybody east of the Mississippi. So, if you're east of the Mississippi, please give me a call, look me up. I'm happy to have that conversation. If you're looking to become an EPC partner with us, look, if you have projects, if you want us to provide projects, we can work with you in that regards. I like to say one hand to shake. The more we can help you facilitate the project, make it so that our systems are going to work with the type of project and the end user and the goals that you're trying to meet, the better. The more information we can provide you, the better partner we'll have. One hand to shake.
So there you have it. That is our eSpire product line. And I would like to close with this. At Fortress Power, we help you secure your energy. We are an energy storage solution company. So we have a 48-volt battery. We have an inverter, NV inverter product line. We have the eSpire Mini, where it's 30 kW to 90 kW in capacity. We have our eSpire 280 line, where it goes from 1 kW all the way up to 1 megawatt if needed on the power side. So whatever you need, whether it's big or small, we got you covered. We have a 400 volt, we call our high voltage Avalon battery that's coming out. That solution is inverter, smart energy panel, and a battery. So we're looking really to grow with you. So if you have anything that requires a microgrid that needs black start capabilities, we're here for you, and we just want to support you. We thank everybody that's been working with Fortress Power for the last 7 years as we have embarked on this journey of energy storage solution. So we thank you for your time. Any closing words? How can they reach you, Mike?
Probably email is probably best. It's michaelp@fortresspower.com.
So if you want a quote, please contact us, Michael P. at Fortress Power. You can find us pretty much anywhere. You look up #Fortress Power, www.fortresspower. So just give us a call. We're very excited to serve you. And this is our live talking about our commercial and industrial solutions. We thank you for your time, and we look forward to securing your energy.